Hello everyone and welcome again to our weekly update of ESH news, everyone in Israel and in the entire world. Happy to have you over here. And with me today hosting this lovely show, we got Mr. Marcus Franco in person, one of the guys that I truly admire and love to work with. And hello Marcus, how are you?
Hello, good evening, brothers.
And you got us with me. I got you with me hosting the show. And how do you feel about it?
Uh,
Are you excited? Are you like thrilled to be over here with us?
it's a way to talk to the world.
Hmm.
Till now, I was only talking to my car.
Ah, okay, good. You were with us on the first program, and now I'm truly happy that you decided to join me. Marcus is a well-known Israeli flat earther for a long time, and one of the first ones who started to produce flat earth shows. It was pretty much minimal, and it still is minimal, but it's perfect as it is. He's usually telling flat earth stories and all kinds of like issues that goes throughout the day in his car, and I personally do love to watch him and to hear his smart words. And today in our show we got a lot of interesting stuff heading on. We're gonna talk to Alom Meytav again. I understand that you, Marcus, and with him and lots of Israeli flat earthers, you've been into the Sea of Galilee this weekend and had some flat earth experiments, right?
Yeah, to see that the Earth is flat.
Oh, it
That's
is.
what we went to see.
Oh, it's seriously flat, you say?
What water doesn't bend.
Not one.
That's
Hmm. Good to
very
know.
simple.
Good to know. Yeah, it's good to know. And no curvature.
No,
No
no.
curvature. Okay, good. So we got into the conclusion of that, and we're gonna talk to Richie 007 about music, and Marcus over here is also a musician. I know by accident, and we're gonna have a few more interviews, and we're gonna talk on Globe Light Tour and some more things about occupation and personal businesses and flat earth. It's kind of like an interesting topic. But first off, we're going to talk about our favorite issue that we always speak of in the beginning of the show. We're going to speak about the lovely people of ISA. Yes, the lovely people of ISA. They are the ones that we are keep investigating and researching their Facebook page, and we see kind of like very interesting stuff over here. Oh, just a second, sorry. We got we got this thing that we're following on. Okay, we got the contest, Marcus. Are you excited for this contest to know what the results are?
Yeah, the results of the name.
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
one?
yeah, yeah. In the previous weeks, we kind of like researched.
Yeah, people weren't very creative. Very simple names,
Mhm.
stupid names.
Stupid names. Okay, let's
And
go. Let's go down to it and see what it's all about. As you remember, and the people from the ISA and I guess the Hebrew Academy kind of like joined together to name a star. Actually, they said over here last week that it's illegal to name a star, which is not under your occupation. So people they're doing illegal stuff. But let's leave that aside for a second. They actually found an Israeli star, which is 1600 light years away, right? Yeah, it's 1600
yeah, yeah,
light years away. Oh, and quite like accidentally or not, coincidence or not, they got something like 1600 names for this star. Okay, you see,
yeah.
they kind of like attached to this number 1600. All right. Anyways, this 1600
It's a
light
joke.
Israeli star needs to have a name. It needs to have an Israeli name, and they got like 5 different proposals. Okay, for that we got the first one is Aleph, which is the first Israeli letter. Okay, I know it's nice. We got Eden. Eden, it's supposed to be like the Garden of Eden, of Eden or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we are in hell. We are in hell.
Yeah, I guess so. So we are aspiring to get to Eden, and I guess Eden is in the sky from their perception, right? They keep like keeping involving like the Bible and the science together. It's amazing. Okay, and we got Herzl. Okay, Herzl is the name of Theodor Herzl. We actually talked about him last week with all
The prophet.
yeah,
Prophet.
the predictor of the Zionistic state. Yeah, so they kind of like, I guess, predict that this star will be our next homeland, the next Israel 2.0, whatever. And we got Hatikva, which is our national anthem, meaning the hope, okay? And we got the Star of David, the Magen David, okay, which is it's the symbol of our, which is on our flag, or our national flag. And yeah, so we got these 5 names. Each one is, as you said, stupid. And no, but still, it gets some kind of like creativity, People did, made an effort to connect something Israeli or whatever. It doesn't connect to space or stars at all. But yeah, what do you think, Marcus? Do you have a pick for us? They
are trying to reconnect us to the Hollywood bullshit. That's what I think. These movies that we will go to another planet and we can ponder about this planet. It's like taking the people out of their minds. It's amazing how they do it, and they have the media behind, and they have everything is okay, everything is going on, the money is flowing, and the bullshit's running. That's how they do it. It's amazing. It's amazing. I'm amazed to discover this.
But give me your pick, Marcus. Either one of these 5 names, or you got your own, like creative name for yourself.
What? I don't understand the question.
Okay. Can you pick one of these 5 names, or can you give us a name of your own to this star, or you don't want to take any part of it?
I'm offended. My intelligence is offended.
Okay, got it.
Understand what I say?
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's very stupid to do this contest, this thing, for nothing.
All right.
It's amazing.
All right. I give my pick. I will pick Hatikva, which is our national anthem. It means hope. And seriously, from the actual fact that I'm hoping that they will stop with this bullshit and stop with these lines, and that's my hope. Okay, that through this, new star, people will start to realize that they're lying to their face. All right, so we get back to this Facebook page of them, and so picked a name. They sang over here after we sat down and thought about, suggested thousands of names. Get our top 5. Okay, good. Now, you got the picture over here of the star with the flag of Israel waving on top of it. It shouldn't be like waving, It's like I don't know if it has like atmosphere and stuff. I don't know. Never mind. And and we got the moon over there. I guess this star has also a moon, which is kind of like similar to our moon. I don't know. Okay, so we continue on, and we see over here another post that they made. And it's called it's about a contest, or like workshops in entrepreneur contest. Okay, it's called written over here. Are you entrepreneurs in your soul? Is the space winks for you, or appeals you? Do you develop a new practical idea that can be related to the space field? We have an
to another world.
Yeah, we
not this one, another one.
They're approaching to, I guess, teenagers or something like that. We have an attractive proposal for you: a workshop with the top speakers. They actually use the word totachim, which is kind of like a slang to be like a real big shot. Meetings with people with senior persons from the Israeli space industry, and a chance to win a grant of 200,000 shekels, and it's all free. Go here and list. Okay, so we will do that. Marcus, we're gonna list to this space thing, and you see now Interpretal Space Workshop 2020. Okay.
What are they they are selling or talking about? There are 4 or 5 speakers.
Yeah.
Talking about what?
Okay. First of all, we got like 48 days till it's begin. Okay, we got like the timer over here, and we got the calendar. It's apparently it's kind of like spread up for the whole month of January 2020. You see it's on the 12th and on the 16th and through the 20th till the 23rd, and last 3 days and 3 days in the last week. And okay, and we got
very fancy,
very fancy, and it's also been held in the Azrieli Towers, which is a very main and central place in Israel. It's the core of the country, of the business community in Israel. And over here we got the speakers that are going to be speak about all kinds of like Israeli Space Agency, and I see that they're from the Ramon Foundation, and from Europe over here, and the Innovation Ventures Officer at European Space Agency. Yeah, lots of like interesting speakers, but the thing that I don't really understand is first of all, where do you get the money? How do you get the money? Because this is what's important in life, I guess. And second of all, although it's like probably dirty money. And second of all, what are they selling over there? Right, Marcus? What do you see they're selling over here?
I don't know. Israeli Space Agency director, he has a lot to say. I don't know. Workshop coordinator, Israel Space Agency. Director General at Ramon. There are people that they have to what to say about space, startups, innovation, new space, venture space application, technology transfer promotion at European Space, and
they're promoting. I guess this workshops is about innovations, how to advance your idea, and business plan. Okay,
in space. In
space. Okay, good. Are they telling us that they are lying to them, to whoever come to this convention and waste this whole days of January and whatever? Do you think?
They are so. I hope they have people to look at. I think that they have someone to see these lectures. But what are the conclusions about it, and what are they trying to do? I don't see nothing here.
But I think
what about projects for photoing the first time the Earth? Why not making a satellite to go out? Things like that. What entrepreneuring they are doing, I don't know. When they put a simple camera in a satellite for us. That's what I'm waiting.
Yeah, you can see also the actual realistic photo that I gave to that for this spaceship in space with this moon over here, right? And you got it's from the Ministry of Science and Technology in Israel, and from ESA. I guess that we'll keep following this Facebook page of them. And we'll see what's kind of like crazy ideas they got planned for us on the expense of the Israeli taxpayer, right? Yeah.
That's how it looks.
Necessarily. Okay, with this sad conclusion, we'll begin our happy show. Join us for our next segment. Thank you. Okay guys, so we're back to this segment, and now we have here with us, we have Marcus Franco and Alom Meytav, who was with us last week. Hello Alon, how are you?
I'm fine, very excited to be on this show. Hello.
Good. So you here, I guess, a week after week, but this time for another cause. This time, last time we talked about your show, Parchod Lamed Vav, and now you're here for another reason, and it's kind of like related to the experience that you had with our host over here, Marcus Franco, and lots of other fine Israeli flat earthers. You went down to the Sea of Galilee this weekend, and first of all, you had fun. And second of all, you had a flat earth experiment, really well done and well performed. And tell me, what did you discover? Curvature or no curvature?
We basically use sunlight and mirror to reflect the sunlight from the spot we've been on the sea level into the other side of the Kinneret, 9 kilometers away, where the camera is also on sea level. So there should be a curvature of 5 meters or more 5.4, 5.43 meters of curvature, which of course there wasn't. We successfully reflected the sunlight across 9 kilometers away, from sea level to sea level, cut on camera. So no curvature. If you ask the ones that live right here next to the Kinneret, it was a lot of fun. All the Israeli flat earth resistant were in my house. And Marcus is right now with us.
Yeah. Marcus, what is your takes about this experience that you had in the Sea of Galilee? Did you have fun?
It was a great experience with people whom I don't know personally, but we came to check out if there is a curve, and we didn't find it yet. That's what we are trying. This one was a 100% proof that the water is level in the Sea of Galilee, and there's no doubt about it.
Great.
So we will continue.
Good. We're actually seeing now all the footage that you shot over there and reported from the ground. I understood that you were both like the reporter and the cameraman and the technical producer and whatever. So I did the whole work. It's great, and we're seeing the interviews over there. It seems to, for me, I kind of like I wasn't there with you, but I stayed at home and watched it on Thursday and on Friday morning, and I actually just enjoyed your reporting. It was funny, it was easy, it was I don't know, like informative as well, and so well done for that. And we're seeing here with all the filters that you put in and try to do it in a funny way. Tell me your vision with this reporting. What did you thought of, Alon?
I took this amazing microphone that doesn't touch anything, and I just started to feel, like I actually reporting. It's really important because this was, I mean, people have done it with longer distances, so we knew what would be the outcome. We just waited for the right weather to shoot the right picture, in the right moment, because there is a lot of mirages because of the weather, because of changing of the, you can say, the molecules maybe in the air, or the compounds of the materials in the air, but the size of the mirages on the water to longer distances really depends on the weather in this specific day. So we were really lucky to have this amazing weather, so we can just for 2 days, a day before the experiment and the day of the experiment, and you can say even a day after. So the weather was a bit cool, but we still had lots of sun, and we could do this experiment with the mirror and the camera, cut it live, on camera.
Yeah.
It was really like a divine intervention, maybe, I don't know.
Good. Anyway, tell me, Marcus, who was like on the ground, like commanding this whole thing, preparing,
The main thing was the movie that we are making.
Yeah.
Avishai is the choreograph and the one who puts the movie together.
Yeah.
From the active side, Matan Gorodish was the general,
All right.
and he was moving the troops all around the Sea of Galilee.
He was also like an officer in the army, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
Right?
we were enjoying our years in the army that we were enjoying.
Good.
With an easy touch, with music in the evening and good talks to the night.
Yeah, once a soldier, always a soldier.
Yeah.
Soldier.
Yes, I believe that you were in the Marcus was in the tank division, and you were an infantry trooper. So I got there like real combat guys. I was in the intelligence, so I guess my role was to stay at home and listen to you guys. Yeah. Anyway. So we're seeing you now with the filter of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Really awesome and creative work. Everything looks great. And tell me a little bit of like plans if you got for next experiments or social flat earth get-togethers.
We're thinking about making another gathering and shoot the boat thing with the sign and wide stretch across the sign, and just go from the point of view of the camera straight to the length of the Kinneret, 20 kilometers pretty much, and shoot how the boat comes and goes beyond what we call the horizon, yes, or the curvature, like they say, and proves that there is no curvature, make an answer to the National Geographic famous experiment, so-called, yes, experiment.
Yeah. Good. Marcus, tell me a little bit of your experience. I saw that you in the videos you spent a lot of time with Alon. What did you think about the way that you cooperated together, and did you enjoy all the interviews and things?
We were the mirror team. The mirror team, and we enjoyed while doing it. We worked some coffee to the sea. It was very good.
It was an amazing experience.
We made a good, how do you say, tefillah, a prayer.
A
prayer
For
the sun. For the sun. To come out for the mirror. So we prayed the sun.
Great.
We did. Wow. We prayed for the guards. I started singing like motherfucker, like just singing to the gods to open up the clouds and let the sun shine in. And then all of a sudden, some junkie came to the beach, and we had to. We had a very funny story for another time. But yes, we prayed for the God.
All right, good. So guys, I believe that I know we are expecting to some more activity from your behalf. My perspective is whenever you do a flat earth media thing is take Marcus with you, and you will always end up right. And yes, Alon?
Yes, Marcus is like our Morpheus. He's even look the actors from the main. It has resemblance between them. You know, if you check realistically.
Great, this is a great comparison, Marcus. I believe that you enjoyed that as well. Anyway, so thank you very much. We are running a little bit of like connection problems, but in any ways, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to host you. I saw that you also like continue on with the Palchod Lamed Vav radio show.
Yeah. Yes, I will. We interviewed not only flat earthers, we interviewed edges. You can say people who like to break the system from all kinds and colors, shapes, no differences whatsoever. This guest this week will be really interesting. There will be a really interesting and special guest that we all heard of his story back then when it happened. So you're welcome to listen. כל הכנרת, פלחות לדבב, 106 FM, and in the application are live. You look for כל הכנרת. This Tuesday in 6
on Israel time. Okay, good. And one last question. What the hell is Palchod Lamed Vav means?
Palchod, you split the, you can say, Britannia of three parts.
Yeah.
There is the part that's called Palchod, that run ahead, right, in front of everything. There is the Mitzayit, which is the main core of the battalion, and there is the Messiah, which I think is the one that has been called to move from side to side. I don't remember the exact definition of every part, but Palchod is the one that runs in the front of everybody, and Lamed Vav is 36 tzaddikim,
the righteous,
tzaddikim misarim, hidden, warriors.
I guess we talk shit again because we got the problem with the connection. Alright, I guess with this frame of you leaning on back, we should like end this interview. Perfect shot. And thank you very much, Alon, and it's been a pleasure as always. We go on hosting you in the next shows. Hopefully we'll be in the same uplifting mood. So thank you very much. Marcus, any last words for Alon?
No, it's bye and see you next time. We will be again doing some experiments.
Okay, good. Bye-bye.
Yes.
Ciao. Observably flat. The town needs a globe and it's observably flat. The town needs a globe and it's observably flat. The town needs a globe and
in the photo, you see this curvature of Earth's surface. Wow, he's in space. Look at that. No, he's not. At that height, you don't see the curvature. You don't see the curvature. You don't see the curvature. That stuff is flat. You don't see the curvature. That stuff is flat. You don't see the curvature of the earth. That stuff is flat. You don't see the curvature of the earth. That stuff is flat. You don't see the curvature of the earth. That stuff is flat. You don't see the curvature of the earth. That stuff is flat. That stuff is flat. That stuff is flat. You don't see the curvature of the earth. That stuff is flat. You don't see the curvature of the earth. That stuff is flat. That stuff is flat. You don't see the curvature of the earth. That stuff is flat. You don't see the curvature of the earth. That stuff is flat. You don't see the curvature of the earth. That stuff is flat. You don't see the curvature of the earth.
Okay, hello guys, and we're back to our next segment, and this one is very special for me personally. We got here from the Canarian Islands, we got Richie, my good friend, and 007 from the YouTube, whoever know him. And we got Marcus Franco, and both guys, I've got the pleasure first of all to interview two awesome musicians, first of all. Two great people and two flat earthers and two whatever. Got a lot of combinations between them. This segment we usually talk about our favorite movie of the week, but this time we're gonna go in another direction, and I'm gonna take my favorite song of the week. Actually, not only like the flat earth song of the week, but my favorite song that I heard all week, and it's nominated to be one of the best I heard in my life. So yeah, this much appreciation we got over here. Mr. 007 is trying to be modest, I think, with his smile. But hello, Richie. How are you?
Hey, I'm good, thank you. I'm good.
Good.
How are you?
Yeah, it's good. It's great, and it's a pleasure to be over here. The thing is that like a week ago, you sent me like in the middle of the night. You sent me like a song, and it was called "Observably Flat," and I immediately pushed play and listened to this song, and it finished. I was so like thrilled, and I heard it about 5 or 6 times in a row afterwards, and by the morning I heard it about 10 times, and it was I don't know, kind of like a revelation for me, this song, because I will explain it afterwards. Tell me a little bit about your perception of this song. What made you create it? What did you think of while you were creating it?
So I think I actually wrote it originally with slightly different lyrics in 2016.
Yeah.
And it was like I always have difficulty with lyrics. Always, I can write music until the cows come home, but when it comes to lyrics, I always struggle. But I've written a few songs, and when I do, I just suddenly, it's like my muse possesses me or something. You know, it's like it's.
Action. Damn.
And
Okay.
and I don't have to do too much to it. You know, it just all seems to happen.
Yeah.
And then it's so difficult for me to write songs that it's just weird. Like just every now and again,
Yeah.
I can write a really good song.
Good. I'm happy that you did that. For me personally, the first thing I noticed about this song is the beat of it. Okay, the beat, the actually like rhythm of it. Because personally, I'm like pondering in my head the entire time. What is the connection between flat Earth and music? Because I saw that there is like a lot of like people who are involved in music and involved in flat Earth. I remember like also asking Marcus about it. What do you think is the connection, Marcus, between music and flat Earth?
I would tell you what I told. I would tell my friend here what I told you.
Yeah.
We are the closest to God.
All right. I guess so. Yeah.
We are the closest. So we serve Him at His core.
Mm-hmm. This is like
That's what I think.
This is like the communication you have with God, the actual music. I guess.
Yes, we are. The universe is music. The universe is rhythm. The music is waves.
Mm-hmm.
That's music.
The whole base of life itself is rhythm. It's all about rhythm. It's all about this constant rhythm, and it's yeah. I agree to a certain extent. That definitely. I think because frequency and melody existed before speech.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Yeah. It is.
I think there was a time when we communicated through basically singing. We used to sing things instead of talking. I think we used to sing things. That was back when we used to actually be able to make things manifest.
Drumming together.
Yeah, the whole drumming. I mean, the thing is, our past is so confused now because of recent things that have come to light. It has really confused our past. But one of the things that's an absolute solid all the way through all of our history has been music and rhythm.
It's true.
And that connection, how we connect through music and rhythm and dance as well.
I personally think there's another connection that I noticed while I was like speaking with flat earthers. I understood that like the conversation with flat earthers is a lot like a band trying to construct the music together. This is all kind of everyone bringing his own sound and his own like his role.
Jamming.
Yeah. So it's like a conversation of flat earthers. Yeah, Richie.
I absolutely agree with that because I've said this myself. what it is, right? Have either of you seen Battlestar Galactica, the remake?
Right?
Have you seen it?
No.
Yeah, they did a remake. Okay, Battlestar Galactica was my favourite series in the 80s when I was a kid. And then they remade it in the early 2000s.
Okay.
And they tell the story a lot deeper. In the story, there's a few episodes where these key members of they're on a battleship out in space, obviously a load of rubbish, but they're on a battleship out in space. And these key members, there's I think 5 of them, in a crew of like thousands, hundreds of thousands. There's the 5 of them that are all hearing this tune.
Yeah.
They're all hearing this tune, and they're trying to work out where they're hearing the tune from. It's like, is that coming from? Is that the radio? What is that? And they, and it keeps telling a separate story, each of them individually, going up to the ship, putting their ear on the ship, and they can hear it more. And so they're following it. Over a couple of episodes, they're following it, and then in this one episode, they all end up in the same room.
Yeah.
They all walk into the same room at the same time, and all stand there looking at each other, going, "Wow, what are you? Why are you here? Why? Wow!" And then they start talking about the tune, and they're saying, "Can you hear the music? Can you hear the music?" And they're saying, "Yeah." And they all start humming the tune, but they're all disjointed. They don't know exactly how it goes yet, and they're singing different parts of it at different times, But eventually, they all start singing the same tune. It's exactly what's happening. That is exactly what's happening right now. We've all got parts of the story, and we're all trying to sing it, and we're all trying to sing the same story, but it's just so confused because we've got different parts of it that have been given to us at different times. We've got a different perception of what those parts are. We don't understand really what these things are because we've been told it's this, but it's not. It's actually that.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. I will tell you. Let's get back to the song a little bit of Observably Flat. For me, the thing that I noticed, I told you earlier that I noticed the rhythm, and for me personally, I actually talked about it a lot with lots of like flat earthers. I'm trying to discover or to research what is the exact sound of flat earth music. Okay, because from what I reckon, like from what I saw, like till now, lots of singers are doing flat earth songs, but with their own style of music. You have like the country guy, you have the reggae, you have the rap, you have all the guys are like trying to get their own genre, their own style of singing that they know already, and trying to produce flat earth songs on top of it. What I liked about your song is that it was like brand new regarding the sound of it. Okay, and I for myself I was pondering what is the sound of flat earth. I thought to myself maybe it should be kind of like a chill out music or whatever. And once I heard your song, the rhythm was just the exact thing that I was looking for. Was because it was kind of like it wasn't like a chill out music. It was like more like a in-depth sound, more like a strong sound, but yet soft. And and the way that you are singing over there is kind of like mysterious in some way. Okay, you can't like hear it like loud and clear. You need like for me that I know that English is not my mother tongue language, so I only when I read the word I could fully understand it. But I think it's a good thing because it makes you, it lets you as a listener to try and research the song, okay, and maybe hear it like in every time that you hear it, you hear like another sentence that you understand, and you hear like another phrase or so, and it kind of like comes up together. It's more like an interactive experience with the song rather than like just hearing it. This is what I think. Am I correct from what you intended to create over there, or it just happened to you by luck?
So, it's funny. Every single song that I ever write
Yeah.
There's always got something about it that somebody really likes, and it's always something that's just happened. So with the recording the song, I recorded it and I did the music. I did all the music first, and then I was finding I couldn't think of lyrics for it. I could think of a rhythm, the way that I wanted to spit lyrics over the top of it, but I couldn't think of lyrics. I've got a friend who's a lyricist. He does it all the time. He's really, really good, but it's difficult to say, well, can you do this? Can you write something for this? It's not, it's not that easy for him to do it like that. It's when he's inspired for himself, But so, he said to me, oh, it's a little bit fast. So I'd like it a bit slower. If I'm going to spit over it, I have to be a bit slower. At the time, it was 100 beats per minute. Mm-hmm. So they slowed it down to 80 beats per minute. And I think there's something behind 80 beats per minute. That is something, isn't it? It's like 80 beats per minute is like your heart rate. Something to do with your heart rate, isn't it? 80 beats per minute is fast. I don't know, but anyway, that's how the rhythm happened.
Yeah.
And with the lyrics, with the singing, I was recording it at something like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and in my apartment there's a shaft that goes right down the middle of the building, and so everybody can hear everything that goes on, especially at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I was trying not to be too loud, and so I was just talking the lyrics, because I wanted to see how the lyrics to that song, because that was originally called Flat Realm. The song was originally called Flat Realm.
The thing is the sentence. Don't tell me it's a globe when it's observably flat.
Now,
This is the whole essence of the song, I think. It's like, don't tell me it's a globe when it's observably flat. It's very simple, and in one sentence.
Do you know what the line was originally? In the original song, I wrote, "Don't tell me that we're flying through space, because this Earth realm is flat." And I don't know.
It's simpler. It's better. It's simpler.
Yeah, I much prefer it.
I think that the observably flat. It's a phrase that is very typical for Richie whenever he talks about flat Earth. Because
it is now.
It is now. Okay. Yeah. So it kind of like from the first conversation that we had, you always said, "Don't say flat Earth. Don't say globe, whatever. Observably flat." And this is like your thing, and I love it. I love it. I love that the fact that you kind of like put that into the song, and this is like points at you directly. That you are the one who's like singing this song and wrote this song, and so this song kind of like manifests yourself besides flat Earth. Okay, you see what I mean?
Yeah, I mean that you haven't got got no idea how much that means to me to hear that.
Good.
That's it's really cool.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. So again, Richie, wonderful creation. Okay, for me personally, I really enjoyed it, and I'm like researching music for years, especially electronic music. This was my favorite thing. I used to be a DJ in the radio of electronic music, and this one
that does mean something to me as well, because I do know your background in DJing music and your love of music. So your opinion means a great deal to me.
No, the thing is that this song actually just surprised me with like I don't know, the artistic form of it, the whole thing, the whole package, which was like also the beat and the lyrics and you, all of it together, like combined to something like it was absolutely perfect for me. And for me, like yes.
So I was just going to say, I write music all the time. All of my videos, I've written all the music for all of my videos. And I think if you listen to my music, I I don't think I sound like anything else.
Mm-hmm.
I think I like to think that I'm quite original. I'm still not entirely happy because I'm not a lyricist. I need to put lyrics on all of this music that I've written. So much music that I've written, right? And then once you add the lyrics, then the song can evolve. Because at the moment they're stuck there, stagnant.
Yeah.
Songs grow. When you write a song, it grows. I don't know if it's the same for Marcus, but a song for me, it grows. It starts with a seed and it grows, and it
Yeah,
grows quickly.
sometimes it starts with 2 chords and then it goes to...
Well, that's what that started with. This one started with the opening two notes, which was G and E. No, G.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
G and E.
it's almost all the song, right?
Yeah, no, it is.
2 or 3 chords. That's
It
it.
changes. It goes up to A, just for a little sort of middle 8 section. And yeah, it's G and E. I like to keep a lot of my songs.
Good chords. Good chords.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so thank you very much Richie for your question. I will try to promote this song anywhere I can, with your permission of course, and try to refer it whatever, because I think that personally it's the best Flat Earth song that I ever heard, and people should hear about it, all the Flat Earth community worldwide. Anyway, so thank you very much, Richie and Marcus, and we'll continue on to the next segment. Continue having fun in the Canarian Islands, and we'll be talking to you, of course, in the next shows, Richie.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, and welcome to our next segment. We have with us from the UK. I feel very honorable that you join us, Mr. Adam Meakin, and we have here Marcus Franco as well for this interview. Hello Adam, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
Evening everyone. Very well, very well, very well. And yourselves?
Yeah, we are very good, and we welcome you over here at ESH News. How are you, Marcus? Your greetings to Adam.
Well, nice to meet you. I said it.
Yeah.
Very nice to meet you.
Yeah. So we're here to talk with Adam about a very interesting subject. First off, as him as a person that I really would like you to get to know as an activist in the Flat Earth community. And besides that, I want to discuss also about the Globe Light Tour, which is running right now and actually approaching to its final stages, if I'm correct. And now it's gonna be, I think, in the last few countries over there. I actually followed this trip that they're doing through most of the last few months. And Adam was also there in person, and he's going to share with us lots of experience and unique ones from what I remember. And besides that, hello Adam. Tell us a little bit, first of all, how you feel tonight, and in general, what do you do in Flat Earth since you started with it? And I understood you also got shows that you're doing. Do tell us and share.
Yeah. Well, first of all, it's a pleasure, and it's great to see how the truth is spreading. So, you know, many years ago when I started on this journey, I never thought I'd be sat here chatting to some guys over the internet live from Israel. You know, having these sorts of conversations. It's a mad journey, and God knows where it will lead next. Do you know what I mean? But with his guidance, we do our best, don't we? So, yeah. So, my name's Adam Meakin. I'm a husband, father of 2 soon-to-be young men. 12 and 14. They're getting there so fast, and proud father, a very proud husband. I've been blessed there. From an employment point of view, I'm as a business owner, I'm a qualified pharmacist, so I own a few pharmacies in the UK. I'm a superintendent, which just means I get the legal caning for anything that goes wrong. Nice title, but just no real perks. I do a lot of work with the international development of pharmacy students. I'm a pre-reg tutor, and I work in terms of pre-reg development with Nottingham University. So busy boy in that sort of sense. Kind of got into flat Earth. I was actually looking it up, guys. People say, "Oh, when did you become a flat earther?" And I don't have this epiphany moment. Historically, I've always been into a little bit of activism. This globalised stuff is a very different kettle of fish, really, in terms of its activism. But I was more into common law activism, and it was through that one drunken evening with some friends.
It's all everything begins with one drunken evening, I guess. Everything in life begins with that.
On that, cheers, me.
Funny.
We were sat there, and obviously I'm a little bit of a geek. I'm proud to admit. And one of the guys was saying, "Yeah, this will do you. The Earth's flat." So I was like, "Oh yeah, whatever, mate." And as you do, so everybody's pre-programmed response. So I kind of embarked on a mission of looking into that. And being a little bit mathsy, the first thing I picked up was the curvature calculator. And maybe I'll go into a journey. I've got a number of presentations on that, and various presentations that I've done: moonlight temperature testing, acceleratometer effects due to gravity, acute ball Earth versus a carousel in terms of centrifugal forces. So maybe I could bore you another time with some of those details. But curvature calculator, knowing that obviously, even as a baller, I looked into it, and the 8 inches per mile is incorrect. So it was important for me to, if I was going to investigate this properly, to have something that actually did mathematically describe the curvature of the Earth, which, as it turned out to be, a harder endeavour than I first thought, and took a bit of time. But so that's kind of me. In doing that, I kind of, through Twitter initially, and I think this was probably early 2015, got in touch with the guys at Iron Realm as they were just starting to form there, and met up those guys. And I'll stop talking and maybe tell you a little bit about them later, but that's kind of how I then got into the flat Earth arena, was discussing this curvature maths with the guys at Iron Realm, particularly John Savage, who you'll be aware of through gyroscopes and those sorts of flat Earth videos, and Rob Freddy, he was down in Australia under the ball, upside down. But yeah, there you go. So that's kind of me.
Okay, good bio. Anyway, so and from there I can see I actually met you over there in the Amsterdam convention back in September, and it was a lot of fun. And I did an interview with you, and I surely did. I was very. I remember this interview very well, and I wanted to have another time to discuss with you, and I'm glad that we had the opportunity to do so. On the way, I kind of saw that you joined the Globe Light Tour, and I was following that. Thanks mainly to Roxanne, that I keep following your activity, and she's doing the reports every night. And over there at the Globe Light Tour, first tell us a little bit what is it in general, and personally for you, why did you decide to join this thing?
What, this year or the first one?
You had you had a couple of times that you did that.
Well, obviously the Euro Tour is the second time a load of flat earthers have hit the road. and for me, it's the first time I've slept on the van. But the first time was when I actually met Roxanne for the first time in person, which would have been probably June, July of 2018, whenever the first UK tour was. So yeah, engaged there and went and did my first on the streets flat earth activism. So that'll be the first time. Then obviously being a big supporter both through Iron Realm and personally with the guys to get the thing up and bloody running, get the actual bus moving. You know, that was, and shout out to everybody within the community that contributed. You know, that was an achievement in itself, and showed the strength of the community. So
okay,
Beautiful.
good. What is the purpose of the Globe Light Tour? What do you actually do over there in your everyday in this tour, and what is the purpose? What you are hoping to achieve?
Good question. You know, I never saw a manifesto on the bus of what we were there to achieve. And I think, like with all things flat Earth, this isn't a group thought collective. We're all individuals, and we are sharing this experience. I think one of the good things about the more woke people, and flat earthers are more woke than most. I'm not sorry like that title, but is that there is a recognition that we're all on our own journey. So I think I probably just have to rephrase what did I go on the bus for? Because I think everybody's very different, and the motivation and what you're expected to get out of it, I think, is different for everybody. So
okay, and
for me,
yeah, okay. But what is like when you get off the van and go to the street themselves? The purpose is to approach to people from the street and to get them get the awareness out of the globe light.
Yeah, I mean, for me, that was the main attraction, was to go around, and for me, it was I went around Italy. So I started in Venice, San Marino, Rome, up to Pisa, and then finished in Milan before I returned home. And for me, you know, going there, and again, the incident in Rome, which I know we'll discuss.
Yeah, let's
wasn't the defining purpose. It was the opportunity to meet and engage with people. Something that when we were in Amsterdam and when I've done it in Nottingham, I found thoroughly rewarding, because you're obviously going to get a bit of ridicule. You know, there's no point denying that, and thick skin, cope with that. But actually, when you do actually chat with people who have not necessarily believers, but have a genuine interest, either through you tweaking that by just that first engagement, or because and more because actually they've heard of flat spreading truth rewarding. That might be a selfish thing, that I'm getting great pleasure out of that, but actually the human interaction with people and that for me was the reward for it. It's a really great thing. I'm already looking back on it with great fondness, but I know as I get older, that'll increase. And so spreading the truth, man, that's why we're here.
That's good. Exactly. Anyway, I want to get back to this moment in Rome. We just we've seen the footage over here on the screen. Actually, I know I got a message. I got a post like in my Facebook. I remember in noontime, whatever, in Israel, and it was written down over there. Adam was kidnapped, not arrested, in Rome. Now, for me, like an Israeli, the first thing that came into my mind, I will tell you a story. Back in the 80s, okay, in Israel, there was a big affair of a guy called Mordechai Vanunu, and he took photographs of the nuclear reactor of Israel, where they produced the Israeli atom bomb. And then he published it, I think it was in the New York Times. He published those pictures, and he was considered like a spy in Israel because of him like publishing those secrets. Now, at the end of this, how they got him eventually, the Mossad, got him arrested in Rome. Okay. And there's a famous picture of this whole incident that you see the Vanunu, and his hand is attached to the lid of the car, to the window of the car, and it's written down over there, hijacked in Rome, and this flight number, and I think the date and the time that he was hijacked. And that moment, kind of like I saw the headlines of the Post. It's written down that Adam was kidnapped and arrested. It immediately bring me back to this picture of Vanunu. Anyway, so but yet again, what happened over there? I saw your. Were there even like police officers? What happened over there, like by the minute? Can you describe us?
Yeah, so, like I said, for me, this is something that's, obviously got a lot of interest, but for me it was a sad event, because before I go, particularly in Venice and all the officials that we engaged with were fantastic. They were friendly, they were nice, they were polite, and particularly helpful for us to just be able to engage with people. Rome was slightly different. From the second that those guys arrived, their attitude was very aggressive, very, very aggressive. But we complied, as you see in the videos, and I ended up packing up. But I didn't have a clue who they were. And maybe in some of the translation, because you see it's not like friendly, as I said, but we're talking enough. And I've said to the guy, officer, let me I'll pack up, have a fag, and then we'll.
Oh, Adam? Thanks for listening here.
I didn't have a clue who he was, so in that I've kind of just, as I've said to him, just for my journal purposes, who are you? What's your name? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's kind of, as they have a phrase in England, he's kind of seen his arse at this, and he's erupted. And then basically with Nora translating, it's all kind of kicked off, and he's asked for my passport, and I'm just not happy with it. It's all very aggressive, and I've said, well, I've not got it, but I've got it in the van. Come with me and I'll show it you happily. He's not having this, and we ascertain whether I'm being arrested or not, and I'm not. And as with a lot of the conversation, because we've been there a long time, there was a lot of to and fro between that orange Panda, which is apparently a police car.
Are they actually police, like certified police officers, or they're just like independent, whatever?
I wasn't, right, as I said earlier, I wasn't behaving like I would have done, enacting common law within the situation. It's a very different type of activism, and we were there to just get a message out, not challenge authorities and test them. We challenge them a bit in terms of trying to stay there and give information out, but not poking the bear, as you'd think of it. So, that was, there wasn't any major point of conflict that we were trying to create. So that was the odd thing about the way the situation went, really, near. It was a very odd situation, and all we, anyway, I'll get to the bit. So we've gone to this, and I've like I say, completely innocent. So at no point am I thinking I'm evading arrest. I've just gone back to the bags. So well, fair enough, if you don't want me to get the passport, I'll get the stuff and we'll start packing up. I'll see if it, you know what I mean, and carry on. And he's like, oh, what, wandered off, and I'm not aware of this, but obviously then the old Mussolini looking bloke in the uniform He's obviously, I don't even see, because if you look at it, he doesn't speak English, but he's obviously taken that as a cue, because I don't think there's much even NVC, non-verbal communication between the plainclothes guy and him. He's just decided that he's going to have a piece of this stupid flat earther, isn't he? And then, as you've probably shown on the video, the rest happens. He comes in with a punch to my groin like that, and he comes in like that, and I feel that straight away, but he's not trying to lift me up. It's a proper punch he gives and delivers to me. He doesn't catch my testicle at that point. It's still really sore. It's actually right in my groin. But then he actually grabs my right testicle, and that's where you see me jump up. And then this is all in split seconds. But you know, when you're in an accident, time slows down. So
I guess in that point it kind of like switched from wrestling to sexual harassment, right?
Well, I jump up in the air, and that's when you see me go down, because it's a kind of an attempt to release my testicle, which is what I successfully do. Then he's not got me. I've pulled up so that if he's going to start really hurting me, everyone will see I'm not flailing, and he's kicking me or punching me. But he doesn't. He tries to grab me, and because I've got my arms in, he grabs my bag, stops ripping me bag, and I'm hearing that ripping, and that's when I'm kind of, just let me get up, you idiot. Do you know what I mean? What are you doing? And then obviously they bundle me in the car. Say bundle, I tried to get in, he starts shouting. I'm like, can't get me flipping knees in, mate. You ever tried to get in the back of a panda at 6'2"? It's quite difficult. So he's shoved me in, and to be honest, the car shoots off then, and I'm waiting because Meathead gets in next to me. I'm thinking he's only got in for one reason, because I've seen him lock the car doors, make sure the child locks are on so I can't get out. I'm thinking he's getting in the back, so he's going to give me a couple of whacks, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? But literally didn't happen. They kind of strong on me behind me back as I got out the car and thrust me to the police station. But after that, it was just a bit of intimidation nonsense, and then I was kind of released on a strange thing. I'd not shown my papers, which is something that they could do to non-EU citizens, but I'm an EU citizen, so I don't have to show my papers. He's got the right to ask me, and I've got the right to refuse. At no point does he, and this is the only beef I have, which is not something I want to take up, because there's bigger problems in the world. I've seen much bigger police abuses than this. Was that, you know, he had no right to do that, irrespective of what I asked him, what minor credentials I asked him. He had no right to do that. He was the one. The only law breaking that went off that day was by the officer, as he assaulted and then basically restricted my liberty for a couple of hours.
Okay. Marcus, do you have any questions for Adam? Maybe things that came into your mind while he was sharing his amazing story?
No, I was listening very carefully to understand what happened. It's a very, very sad situation. It's amazing, and doing what we are doing, it's even worse in a way. Yeah. No, I feel for you. It's a sad moment in a way, but we continue. We have to spread the truth, like you said, and we will continue. We will.
Yeah. Tell me, Adam, what was the feeling of like release after? Oh, we got like sirens over here. Oh,
it's not me.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so how was the feeling like afterwards when you released? You can see like in the footage over here that you are like release and spread your hands to the air and feel like this rejoining with the guys over there. It felt like great, I guess, right? Ooh.
There was that. There was the getting back to them, but I kind of got back to the van and the guys were out live streaming, activism, trying to get to the police, all that sort of stuff, as you can see. But I got back to the van and there was just Andrea, and we kind of got on the internet, and this was the God gives us creates opportunities. You can look at things one way or the other, but for me, wow, when I got back to that van, and it was weird. Andrea gave me a great big hug, which she was like the mother of the van, and yeah, just amazing love to that family. What a great bunch of guys. All of them, Lisa, Jack included. But excuse me, I got back there and I got on the internet, and as you say, Adam Meakin kidnapped, and it wasn't just Iron Realm Media, it wasn't just this, it was the whole Flat Earth community had joined together, and it was just fantastic to see how strong we were, that actually this was quite a unifying thing. Well, nobody other than Antonio Subarat's having a little dig at stuff, and even his criticism of me I can't take too much offence at, although he did have a go at saying a bit of a pussy the way I went down. Although I'm not sure how you're supposed to go down, or how you're supposed to then, I don't know what I was supposed to do, kung fu kick the officer back, should do a bit of taekwondo on him or something. But other than a little bit of like trolling, and look, the best trolling I've had is off my friends. This is not a matter that's not devoid of lots of humour, but for me, the way the community reacted, that they stood up and stood behind me and was shocked, and that was just heartwarming and very humbling, and just great to see that we do have a community, that we stood together. The next day, people are coming in, Riley with his legal stuff, people in the States with his common law stuff at ESA, all those guys, people from all over the plane working together, and it was just, to me, like I said, very humbling, but just brilliant, weren't it? Absolutely brilliant to see.
Good. Just a few more words about the Globe Light Tour itself. The Euro Tour, I can see, we're seeing now like the clip of it, of all the different locations. I see those guys, I tell them almost every day with Roxanne's updates. It seems that they are truly dedicated to their cause and suffer these horrible van conditions, whatever your experience probably tells you. Over here we want to try to join in the forces of the Israeli flat earthers and whoever is listening to us, to spread the words for donations for this tour. As I understood, it takes a lot of financial efforts to keep this wheels of the van keeps rolling, and actually saw the wonderful work of Mr. Gary Hatter over in the conference at Dallas, that he actually managed to get a donation of something like $1,400 or so, and I guess all of this money really matters, and really in the end helps the people to keep on doing this tour and spread this important word. How can you convince us, or motivate us to try and to also contribute to this tour?
I'd go a little further. I would plead to you guys. Look, we're nearly at the end. It's been a momentous effort by so many people, but we're nearly at the end, and we still haven't raised the funds. So I would plead to you guys, if you can recognise what effort your fellow flat earthers have put in, and just to the price of a cup of coffee, tomorrow's coffee on the morning, if 100 people do that, it will make such a difference. We are near the end, and you know what, if we did go over the limit, no one's going to have a party with it. That money will go to the next tour, and maybe we could, a bit like the Eurovision, maybe include Israel. We'd have to do a little bit of circumnavigation, but I'm sure we could get Israel in, and that's what we're here for. So yeah, please guys, help us get back to London. It's been a great job so far, and it'd just be fantastic to know that reaching out to you guys in Israel to see maybe some funds from there, that's the thing that gets us to the line. Wow, that'd just be great for For a small country with big ideas.
Yeah, I think that if we will do the Globe Light tour in Israel, it will be in Marcus' car. Something like 5 people will get into his small car, and he always like doing the broadcast from this car. So I believe it will be the best location to do this Globe Light tour in Israel. And yeah, we do like expect to that. Marcus, what do you think? Should we organize this Globe Light tour in Israel?
Let's start with what we have now, and then we'll go on.
Yeah, sure. All right, good. So about the contributions and donations, Adam, can you refer us to the how do we do that? It's like through PayPal or like a bank account or something?
Yeah. If you give it, mate, hopefully you'll stick the link in the YouTube. But
yeah, I will.
The best way to give us the money is via the GoFundMe account, and that's GoFundMe/F/Globe-Lie-Euro-Tour-2019.
Right.
That's the most economical way. The other way is to join in either at Roxanne and the Globalist in Ire or Jason and the Family Disbury, their YouTube channels. You can give super chats there. But obviously the preferred way is via the GoFundMe, as YouTube don't nick a chunk that way. Yes, sir.
What was the deal with Mark Sargent over there? I saw that he kind of like decided also to give like a big donation. Do you know what it was?
Yeah, so we came up with a little more generous man that he is, respect to him. Said to the guys that for up to $1,000, I think it was, he'd match any donations. So we embarked on a hashtag Bankrupt Mark Sargent campaign, where we actually had a separate campaign to get donations through his, where anything would be matched by Mark Sargent's exuberant and very, very deep pockets. And shout out to him. He's matched that up, and that's made a big difference as well. So yeah.
Oh, here he is. Yeah, we're seeing that.
Thanks, Mark.
Good. All right, Adam, it's been a pleasure hosting you over here with this segment. Thank you very much. We'll keep in touch and do some nice things together in the future. I do predict that. And good luck with your flat earth activity, and of course your lovely family and your profession or whatever. Life in general, we need some bit of luck, but some smart. Marcus, any words for Adam?
Well, thank you very much for the interview, and good luck. Good luck.
It's been a pleasure, guys. If I could just beg one thing, maybe just a quick plug for our shows.
Of course.
We're Iron Realm Media. Like I said, we're a bunch of guys. Walt in south of America, in the deep south, not South America, but the south of the USA. We've got John in the UK with me, Rob in Australia, Josh again in America, Zach himself, myself in the UK, and we've also this Friday had the announcement that Mrs. Cammy Nadell is joining the Iron Realm team, obviously the wife of Bob from Globebusters. So we've got quite a crew together where we chew over a lot of flat earth, both real scientific stuff, but also go into a lot of other conjecture and conspiracy stuff. That's on a couple of shows we have on YouTube, which is on a Friday night, between 10 and 11 GMT, the Atmosphere podcast, and also on TFR, True Frequency Radio. I know you've had a lot of the TFR guys, but we've got the Ironworks show on there, and that's hosted by Josh and Walt. So you're always welcome. Love to see any of you guys.
Oh yeah, I would love to host over there at your place. Yeah, sure. I'm just waiting for the invitation.
Well, I'll tell you what, it'd be lovely to get you guys over and just announce via the Iron Realm channel, just what you guys are doing in Israel. We do like a little bit of stuff from across the pond. Like I said, we've got Rob in Australia. We recently interviewed a guy called Duma in South America, again doing activism. Maybe worth linking you up with him. The similar sorts of fledgling flat Earth groups. So great inspiration for each other, I think.
Yeah, sure. We'll be in touch, of course. Good. So have a nice evening, Adam. Thank you very much again for your participation in our ESH news, and we'll be in touch.
Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
God bless. Good night, guys.
Bye.
Hello Marcus, and hello all to our final segment of this weekly update of ESH News. And this segment I would like to call him with the bombastic headline of Flat Earth and Private Businesses. Yes, Marcus, watch closely with your glasses. This is the most horrifying font I could find for this headline. I guess this is the kind of like a destiny that I found this font, because it's kind of like a subject.
Cartoonish.
Yeah, because this is a subject that I'm not like certain of. Okay, this is why I added also like a question mark at the end. And this whole involvement of money and the flat Earth, it's also always like collide in sorts of ways. For instance, just like in the previous segment that we got with Adam Meakin, we kind of like published the whole thing with contributions and money, and it seems a little bit odd, you know, that every time that you like involve money with flat Earth. Yeah. And I remember that we actually discussed about it when we drove together in Netanya in the car, and we kind of like discussed about money and if can any money be done with flat Earth. I asked you, what do you think about this, like in general, about money and flat Earth?
I think that we can have a way to collaborate as people, as to help ourselves. That's what Flat Earth will bring, I think. This is a platform to do it, to start helping people with businesses and with the Flat Earth around them, in a way.
I think that maybe like the main thing that we can do is try to help our fellows brothers and sisters in the Flat Earth community. And this is where the focus on the money should be. Okay, only with gaining money towards causes that help to promote the idea of flat Earth and help the flat earthers themselves as people. Okay, it's not like that I'm planning to make any money from, you know, like promotional rights or I don't know, merchandise or something like that into my own pocket, but out of like goodwill and wanting to promote this cause. So I kind of like got the idea. The first thing that I saw, like it was actually half a year ago or so, I saw all kinds of like businesses that offer flat Earth branding. First off, you got like the T-shirts and everything of flat Earth, but this is quite. I think this is a store, a closed store that kind of like sell these things without any connection to flat Earth. They saw it like a hot topic that can be sold, so they're selling it. But in another way, in another example, I saw these guys over here, which are very interesting. It looks yummy. I'm actually hungry right now. It's called the Flat Earth Pizza. Yeah, Flat Earth Pizza. And I don't know really how much they are related. You know, they're not really saying lots of things about Flat Earth, but they're saying that the whole dishes are like with flat Earth sandwiches and desserts and everything. It's truly clear that they are flat Earthers. Also, look at their logos over here, and I think that those kind of like businesses are blessed, and I surely want to go to, where is it? It's in Carson City, Nevada. Yeah, whenever I drop by to Nevada, I will go eat there. And from this example, from this idea, I thought for myself, hey, people with private businesses can really join up together and start to supporting each other. Okay, if me as a flat earther, I'm like interested to go over there to Nevada and eat in this flat earth pizza place. Surely that I myself have a business with translation, so maybe people that would want translations within the flat earth community would want to approach me, you know, and have businesses with me. And as so, there's probably other like private business owners with the flat earth community. I know there are like carpenters and artists and musicians and all kinds of like people that can benefit from that if flat earthers from themselves will promote one another and want to do like businesses with one another. What do you think about that, Marcus?
Yes, it's a good idea. We have to see where how to do it, but it's a very good idea.
All right. Now, I think for the starting point for that, the thing that we can do and contribute from our side at this point is to offer a free advertisement for flat earthers in Israel and in the world, where in this show we can promote them with advertisements, okay? And of course we will do that free of charge. We will even help them to create this advertisement, this commercial of their business, their own private business, and to promote them with just saying that we are happy to give you this airtime, and we are surely that you are well talented and good people, that your products are their products or services are worthwhile and good to have. And because you are a flat earther, it's you have an opportunity over here to promote your business with other flat earthers. And I'm sure that if there are like other flat earthers that listen and see this show, they will be maybe interested with that. And of course we will shove them down their throat about 6-7 times each show, you know, that like they do in commercial media. Just kidding. And yeah, it could be a nice idea. So we do call, Marcus, call everybody that wants to do like a commercial for their private business. Tell them to advertise over here. We are really
Yeah. I'm here.
Yeah, good. So and in that in mind, I wanted to talk about something else with which is related to that topic, and I wanted to tell you to speak about communities here in Israel, okay, that actually do this kind of thing, okay, actually do this kind of promotional, okay. I'm talking mainly, this is where I got my ideas, about the Orthodox Jews over here, the Hasidim ones. There are ones that actually people have lots of criticism about them in Israel with regarding economics, because they don't usually contribute to the economic in Israel, and they have their own communities, small communities that within themselves they create some kind of like economic system, which is very
Within the system.
which is very beneficial from them. They have they have their own businesses that they purchase, foods and all kinds of house maintenance things for like very cheap prices. They have their own lines of buses that running in cheap prices. And those kind of things, I'm not trying to imitate what they're doing in political ways to get those, okay, to get those things, but trying to imitate the actual meaning of community, okay, of a sense of community with each other, and This is pretty much interesting for me at least. Now, tell me what you think about that Marcus. Can it be done like within the Flat Earth community?
We need to help ourselves. That's the main thing. I think I said it.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is that if we help each other, we can bring more people to our businesses, and that's how we can lower our costs and in the future. And it's a vision. It's a vision.
It's a vision. Yeah, I think so too. Okay, good. So with this vision, I believe that we'll sum up the program for today. I think we should discuss about this with other flat earthers that are business owners and try to promote them. And we'll start by doing that. Okay, to conclude this lovely show that we had over here. Thank you again, Mr. Marcus Franco. It's been a pleasure. From here, from ESH News, hopefully we'll see you next week with our weekly update. Oh, and by the way, Marcus, we need to figure out a name for this show. It's still called the Weekly Update. It's a nice name, but we can be more creative. So yeah, let's think of something, okay? Sure.
We will.
We will. Okay, thank you very much for joining us, and hopefully see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.